welcome, you guys, to the first of our four-part series celebrating all of you fantabulous, amazing, creative, ambitious, wonderful women out there. My fellow women inventors, my fellow female innovators, female founders, women owned businesses. I am so excited to celebrate all of you guys tonight in honor of National Women Inventors, I was going to say day, month, all month, 30 days. No, of course, February only has 28 days. But for 28 days, we are celebrating all of us. And how much fun did Jen and I have searching through all of Grommet? And I mean, it took us days and days because I am so thrilled to say there are a bazillion women inventors on the Grommet platform. The amount of women inventors that has grown over just this past year. We started doing these shows last February, and I was blown away when we looked at the sort of pool of women inventors this year. So kudos to all of you. I'm so happy that all of you found Grommet because, as you know, I happen to think it is a phenomenal platform for us independent inventors and entrepreneurs. And gosh, every women-owned product that I found, I loved each one more than the next. They're all so smart, but I'm not surprised because all of you guys are so smart. And I'm so happy to see the chat already going in such a big way. Because as you might remember, if you tuned in last year, we went back and we looked at what happened with the engagement and the chat during these shows. And it was far and away so much more energy and excitement than any of our other shows throughout the year. There is just something about this girl power that gets us going, and that is such a good thing. So keep it going because the whole goal is for us to get your products and your stories out there in front of as many people as possible. The whole goal when I'm thinking of National Women Inventors Month is think how many people don't even know that it's National Women Inventors Month. If that's all we achieve tonight is letting everybody know that there's an entire month that's devoted to celebrating all of you and me, I'm one too, then I'm so happy. So the more the chat gets going, the more the algorithm gets triggered across all of those platforms that I mentioned. Tonight we are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X or Twitter, whichever you choose to call it, and LinkedIn. I think I covered them all, but several pages on all of them. So we have a huge opportunity tonight. So I'm so happy that I'm seeing so many of you here and so many of you already getting so energetic in the chat. And I also have to give a little statistic that I was very excited to learn about because when I first started, and in case you haven't met me before, I probably should have introduced myself. I am Marcy McKenna, and I am your host for this wonderful live shopping event on Grommet Live. I also happen to run the Women Inventors Club, and I know many of you guys are already members because I'm seeing so many of you guys in the chat. So here's to you guys. What a wonderful group, close to 1,000 members now, and it is completely free to join. So if you are a female, and either you have an idea for a product or you want to have an idea for a product or you already have a product on the market, we want you on board because, as I said, completely free. And it is women that get each other. When I am inside the Women Inventors Club, I feel like I am home. You guys are my peeps. You get it. You're ambitious. You're creative. You're driven. You are passionate. And just to be around other people that are doing the same thing that we're all doing feels so good. In fact, I have to give a little shout out to our live guest tonight, who we're going to hold her till the very end, but I'm super excited to have her on tonight. She and I had the pleasure of going out to dinner together the other night. We had never met. We met in Laguna Beach and had dinner, and I thought I would be home around 7:30, and I think I finally got home at like 11, because when you are with a fellow female inventor, there's nothing like it. Like our minds go crazy, just spinning with ideas, and we're bouncing things off of each other, and we just had so much fun. So I feel similarly when I'm inside the Women Inventors Club with so many of you. So thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for inspiring me all the time and letting me come in and chat and lead different events and things. It's such a blessing for me. Wait, one more statistic that I just had to mention because I was so stunned by it, really. And that is just a quick Women Invented statistic for you. When I started with the Women Inventors Club and started working with female inventors, I did so, it was actually during COVID, and I did so because I heard a staggering statistic. And that statistic at the time was that only 7% of the patents that were filed in America were done so by women. I couldn't believe it. That means 93% of the patents were done by men. But I happen to know that we have so many good ideas, and it's just where's the disconnect? Why aren't we taking those ideas and turning them into real products? So that was, for me, the impetus of the Women Inventors Club, and doing what I do with the Women Inventors Club was to help empower and inspire and just, really create a group that we could all help each other grow that number. And so right before the show yesterday, when I was doing my research, I thought, I wonder what that 7% is. I remembered last year it was around 12 or 13%, and I was over the moon excited about that. This year, guys, it is almost 18%. That's significant. To grow from 7 to 18 in that short a period of time is pretty amazing. So here's to all of you. Here's to celebrating all of us. I just thought that was a great one to kick off the show with. We're going to go ahead and dive in. And since this is a women invented show, obviously all of these products are going to be women invented products. But the first one is really geared toward us women. So this one has a little bit of a girl talk kind of a product. And I was, quite frankly, so thrilled when I discovered this product on Grommet, and even more thrilled when I found out that she wanted to be on the show, because I'm so excited to learn more about it. I'm sure I'll have a ton of questions, as probably many of you will, and I do want to encourage questions and compliments. And if anybody's already using these products and you want to chime in about what you think about them, I love that too. So again, just keeping that chat going. But this product is called Nishi. And this was developed, I hope she is in the chat. I do think I saw her in the chat. Yes, I did. What am I saying? This was developed by Gita Valenke. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Gita. Gita was actually inspired by her daughter to create this. And here it is right here. And I don't want to make your mouth water during the show, but I'm going to, because this is a dark cacao spread. Anything dark chocolate related, you are speaking my language. I am a dark chocolate fanatic, especially certain times of the month. A certain time of the month, I am a dark chocolate fanatic. I love it so much. I could have this whole jar. But what is this? What makes this special? As I mentioned, she was inspired by her daughter, who evidently had very difficult periods with very heavy flows, PMS symptoms, cramps, all of the fun stuff. And Nishi did some research and was really realizing, and I've thought about it a lot too, is when that happens, what is it that causes that? Why do we get acne and stomach pains? And some of us have a really heavy flow, and that is just really uncomfortable and not a fun situation. And so as she started researching it, she was really realizing that so much of it can really have to do with diet. And it really is, and this makes a lot of sense, that it is about hormonal imbalance. But due to other stressors that are out there, whether it's environmental or so many different things that can cause other stressors, those symptoms can get much, much worse. And so as she started studying what caused hormonal imbalance and what could potentially help it, she realized that so much of it could have to do with diet. And so what she has created is snacks that are filled with superfoods that can really help alleviate not only the symptoms with your period. So what I love about this is it's for our daughters. It's for, depending on how old you are, it's really, beginning of menstruation all the way through menopause. So I'm someone who's more in the perimenopause, we'll say. And I know it's definitely for me with that. So if you are someone that struggles with any of that on any level, could be hot flashes, could be night sweats. And guys, since we are, pretty much mostly girls here tonight, I would love for you guys, because it's kind of nice when you know that you're not alone in these things that we go through. So put in the chat something that you deal with if you do. Is it bad cramps? Is it heavy flow? Is it night sweats? Is it I'm starting to sweat at night? That's my thing right now. I've not been someone that has had terrible periods, I have to say, but my daughter does. And so I was so excited about this, and I'm sending her this. She's away at college, so she is going to be getting this. But I'm going to just show you. First of all, let's see Gita and her daughter. There she is right there. So beautiful. Gita, how old is your daughter now? I would love to know. And then I've got to show the whole family. We can't leave the family out. So there's the whole family. Beautiful family. But I wanted to, as I was talking about superfoods, that the ingredients that go inside of here, of course, everything is all natural. So much goodness in here. I'm gluten-free, so I was really happy to see that it is gluten-free. There are no added sugars. There's nothing artificial. Here are the core ingredients. We've got the organic almonds, we've got pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, cacao powder, coconut sugar. And I was on a detox recently, and cacao was part of it. And I was so happy that I got to have my little fix with the dark chocolate as part of a detox. Who would have thought? So that, again, is speaking my language. The other thing that is so great is that this is FSA and am I going to say that right? FSA and HSA eligible. So if that applies to you, that's always a very, very good thing. But so many different ways to use this. So I've got one open. I was actually enjoying myself before the show. So here's mine. It is so tasty, so decadent. I cannot even tell you. Let me go get back to full screen here. Whoop. Why do I always do that? There I am. I mean, right away, you think of all the things that I'm sure your imaginations could go crazy with all the things you can put it on. But all I can say it is that rich, very real dark chocolate. So anything that you can imagine, it would be amazing on. There are no rules with this, although she does give lots of suggestions. And one thing I love, Gita, is on your website, you have such an amazing list or amazing section of recipes. So I'll show you just a few of them to get you guys thinking about how you might use this. So I think this is a cacao banana shake right there. There's a berry chocolate mousse. In the lower left corner, that is a toast that has peanut butter on it and bananas and chia seeds. There's chia pudding there with the fresh berries on it. So many fun ways to do it. And Jen, I'm hoping you saw the link. I'm going to have Jen put the link in so you guys can go to the recipes to snap some of those up because they're really, really great. So how does this all work? How much do you put on? All of that good stuff. Basically, one jar is going to last about 7 days. So that is the intent. Now, when would you start this? And how much, do you just take a spoonful of it? You definitely can, if that is your pleasure. Or you can drip it on top of anything from ice cream to, hot chocolate with whipped cream, anything like that, on toast, any one of those recipes that we talked about. But if you are someone that still has your period, or if you have a daughter that's going through this, the optimum would be to start about 2 weeks prior to your next period. And if you are perimenopausal like I am, then you would start today. And you would basically have some of this every day, 7 days a week. But then as you start to feel better, your symptoms start to get better, you feel like you're in more of a balanced state, then you can cut back to like 3 or 4 times a week. So then this will last you longer than that. Let's see. I'm trying to think what other tips there were for using it. Because if I didn't know, I would just think this was an insanely delicious topping for dessert. And so how exciting that you have the hall pass to be able to have this every day. This is, I feel like a lot of times when it comes to sweets, I just need a little something, and it just kind of helps my little sweet tooth. And so this is going to be my new thing. And I can't wait to see. I have not been able to try it long enough to know how well it works on my symptoms, but from the reviews I read, people are very, very excited about this, and it's making a big difference for a lot of people. So I would definitely encourage that. The other thing you could do is you could dip fruit in it, apples or strawberries or banana, anything like that. Maybe even frozen banana would be super yummy. Um, let's see. I'm seeing something about, okay, we're getting something about tech, but I think we're okay. Oh, quality very poor. Does Marcy keep freezing? Ooh, oh, Carolyn, I'm so happy to see you on here. Okay, I'm getting half the people saying no, Marcy's fine. I don't know. I should be fine. I'm hoping. We're going to keep going, and I know Jen will let me know if not. Okay, we're all good to keep going. So basically, what Gita has created, and this is not the only, there's other items on her website. So definitely go to her website and check it out for yourself, because there are choices and recipes and all of that good stuff. And one thing I didn't mention for those of you who are not familiar with Grommet is that the way Grommet works is when you upvote a product. So tonight, you guys, as you're seeing the QR code right there, I want you to think of that QR code as a way to upvote, to basically give a thumbs up to our maker. And I don't know why we wouldn't give a thumbs up to every one of our women inventors tonight. So definitely do that, because you are not committing to purchasing. But what you are doing is you are getting if you click that QR code, you're going to automatically get a 20% discount that you can use for a purchase, whether it's tonight or a year from now, anytime you want, or you don't ever have to use it, but you'll have it if you want it. So there is no risk, no anything to using that QR code. And yet it's very meaningful to the women inventors, because Grommet definitely pays attention to those upvotes. And when a product is being upvoted a lot, they look for other opportunities to push it out to more people. So it's a pretty big deal around Grommet. So I would love for you guys to grab that QR code, and then you get that 20% off. So instead of $24, you are paying $19.20. So that can really add up. And if you are getting this would be one where you might want to get multiples, because this is going to last a week, and then you're probably going to want more. In fact, I'm certain when you taste it, you will know that you're going to want more. It's so good. So good. So yes, so that is the way the QR codes work. If anybody has any questions about that, let me know. And I think we are going to move on, because we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. And let's see, Jen just left me a note, so I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, we are going to skip over a product because we're waiting on one inventor. We're going to go on to the next one, where I know this woman is in the chat. I have had the pleasure of featuring this product and this maker multiple times, and I love that I get to feature it multiple times, because every time I feature it, I've used it so extensively, because I'm so obsessed with it, that I have more to say about it in different ways that I'm now using it. So this is just like that. And she keeps coming out with new little twists on her product. But this is a beauty product, and boy, am I obsessed with it. She knows exactly who she is, I'm sure. Her name is Ranika Shadi. She's so gorgeous. Here she is. I might have a little crush on her, I have to say. Beautiful, beautiful skin. But the product that I'm going to show you, ironically, is actually not about her skin. Well, it is. I shouldn't say that. But the reason that she created it was not for a beauty product at all. But it quickly turned into one. And when I got my hands on it, I turned it into a whole nother kind of a product. So I use it for lots of different reasons, and we're going to get into all that. But what is the product? The product is this guy right here. And I'm going to go back to full screen so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. So as you can see, it's a little bit like a wand. And in fact, when I knew that I was going to be featuring it for the first time, I thought, what am I going to say about this product? I don't really see the value in this, and who would spend, the regular price is close to $50 just for this. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, I would spend $500 for this now that I understand how to use it and what a difference it makes for me. But let's go back to her story. So she came up with this because her son has eczema, and evidently it was quite severe. And she was having to put, I think it's the cortisone, I forget exactly what the cream was that she was having to put on the eczema, and had to apply it so frequently that her skin, her fingers were getting sort of reactions to that. And she was thinking, how else can I put this on without having to get gloves out or something like that, so that I'm not touching it with my hands? And so she started experimenting. And so what she created really was this, just a way to apply topically any kind of cream, anything like that, to yourself or somebody else. But then as she started experimenting with it, like I did, she realized what an incredible beauty tool this could be as well. And so, first of all, let's just look at sort of the aerodynamic design of it. It's really like there's a reason for every detail. The way it's curved is perfect for applying anything to your face. So you can use this to apply your favorite serums, your skin creams, anything like that. And ladies, let's be honest, we spend a lot of money on these serums and creams and moisturizers and masks and all of those things. And if you're applying them with your hands, fingers, two things happen. Number one, we waste a lot of it. And at those high prices that we pay, that's can add up over time for sure. And we waste it because it goes onto our fingers and starts getting absorbed into our fingers when we're really wanting to put it on our face. And so with this, obviously that's not going to happen. Your fingers are not going to touch it at all. But the other thing is, when our creams touch our fingers and touch other things, the efficacy of the ingredients starts to deteriorate a bit. So this is sort of that perfect application of your favorite lotions and potions and all of that, because nothing is touching it. In fact, it comes with this little guy right here, so you can put it directly on here and then apply. But what the real magic is for me is this pivoting head. It is as simple as that can seem until you've tried it on your face yourself. And I just encourage all of you to please get this one. You will be so happy that you did. But when it contours perfectly to every curve, every nook and cranny of your skin, you do not miss a beat with this because of the way it, and I don't know how she designed it to do that, but I would have never thought that a tool could do that on your face. I would always think that you'd have to, turn it and do, kind of experiment to try to get all the nooks and crannies, or you'd have to use your fingers. And so one thing I thought of is I do self-tan sometimes. And so I'll put tanner on my face, and I can never really get that kind of perfect streak-free sunless tan. With this, I can, and I love because I don't have to get the yucky on my fingers and it turns orange and all that fun stuff. You probably know what I'm talking about. So with this, it just goes right on here, and then you will not miss no part of your face will go untouched because it, again, contours so perfectly, pivots so perfectly. Now, you might notice that I have what's sort of like a silicone cover on here. I'm not sure if you can see sort of the bumps in that. It comes with two of these covers. So one of them has the texture, and it kind of feels like a nice sort of massage when you use it on your face. The other one is as smooth as can be. So when I'm doing self-tanner, I'll use the smooth one. When I'm applying foundation, this is one of the very best ways. And she taught me this. I didn't think of doing the foundation myself, but she said, Marcy, wait till you try applying foundation. There is no smoother, more flawless way to apply foundation than with this guy right here on this. Because again, it is streak-free. You are covering every pore, everything. And you're not wasting any of it, and it's going on like airbrush. So it's a perfect makeup applicator. But where I got really obsessed with it, and as you can tell, I could talk about this this product for days. Where I got really obsessed was I started learning about, for a different reason, lymphatic drainage. I was really into the gua sha tools, which I still do like a lot, but this is definitely replaced by gua sha, because of how easy it is to use and how much more control I have with the design of this. And so what I do is I'll put an oil. There's a papaya oil that I like to, facial oil, but you could do any kind of facial oil. You're really wanting to get a slip, so it glides nicely on your skin. And, if it's got skin loving nutrients in it, that's even better. But if you take time to learn at all about lymphatic drainage, I'm sure many of you already know about it. There's certain spots that you hit, like for instance, and I do this in the car all the time. So I'll put a good amount of oil, and then I do this, And then this is where we have one of our major lymph nodes right here. And our lymphatic system is the one system in our bodies that doesn't automatically flow like the rest of our systems do, like our blood flows through our heart. Sometimes things get caught and stopped. And so it's not flowing and toxins can get caught in there. So it's really important for us, as I've learned, to stimulate that and to give yourself a lymphatic massage / drainage. And so this is a great way to do that. And so you're putting pressure. When I first started using this and I was doing this, I felt tenderness for sure right here. And I thought maybe something was wrong with me. I didn't know what it was. But in time, and not too much time, as I did that, now it doesn't hurt at all. So what that told me, what I realized was it was sort of clogged. And so that was releasing it. And just doing it in the morning when you wake up for puffiness under the eyes, and I'll use the same face oil, and I'll always kind of go up here. I'll go the forehead, across, the whole face. And so we have different points on our face that are important for different reasons. And I won't go into all that right now, although I would love to. But it's incredible what this does. This is my favorite beauty tool on the planet because it does so many different things, but mostly for that lymphatic drainage, which also happens to make my skin kind of glow because I'm putting that papaya oil on it, which I love. And my blood is circulating when I'm doing that massage. And so my cheeks are a little rosier and all of that. So just so much goodness in this. And when I mentioned that she comes out with all different kinds of things, this is my case that I have now. So she has this cute little, whoops, I'm doing that backwards, cute little travel case that matches. So I have the green here. This is actually called Meadow, this color, but it also comes in lilac, comes in sun, and it comes in sky. And I'll show you a couple of those. But I love this, has a little mirror, and I just keep it right in here. I keep my little spoon in there too, and also the two silicone pads. Other thing I want to mention about the pads, you can pop them in the freezer. So if you're someone that really has the puffy eyes and you want to kind of depuff, it feels so good to have that cooling on you. And then you can also pop them in the microwave if you want more of like a heated massage. So either way, but microwave like 10 seconds. And then if you need a little more, 10 more seconds, something like that. Now she has this gorgeous gift set, and I have gifted this many times, and I love this. So I wanted to show you this too, because you can get it without the gift set, which is like this one right here. And this is the sun. So that's the yellow. And this is the sky. So this is the gift set, and it's so pretty. The box itself is so high quality, so beautifully done. I love the little touch of gold right there. And it's sort of that magnetic snap. So when you're gifting it, you feel like it is, and it is such a special gift to give, but because of the way she's done such a beautiful job with the packaging. And then of course you've got the little gold spoon, the two silicone heads there as well. And so you can just put a little bow on this and be done. And I gotta say, we have Valentine's Day coming up. And I think this would be such a fun, wonderful, thoughtful Valentine's Day gift or Galentine's Day gift. Let's see, can the pads be washed or ordered separately? Yes to both. And Rana, you have to correct me if I'm wrong on I hand wash mine. The pads. I just do a little bit of Dawn soap and wash them under the sink and be done and just dry. But I don't even do it very often. I do rinse them every time. But because of the nature of the silicone, they just never seem to get very dirty until I do have another set that I use for my makeup. That's what I will say. I keep those separate. So, but yes, just a little Dawn soap. That's how I do it. But Rana, let me know if there's a better way to do it. And I know she does sell the pads separately. Yes, I did see that. So I showed you the sun, which is the yellow, the meadow, and then I want to show you the other two colors. Oh, that's not it. That's how good my eyes are these days. Is this it? That's it. So, and I'll go full screen on those because that's the lilac is on the right, and then we've got the sky on the left. So both, they're all so soft and feminine and just so pretty. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any of the fun little accessories, but I do love the little case. You'll want this, trust me, or unless you have something like that that you'll put it in. But I keep it in my purse because I use it when I just need a little refresher throughout the day. Maybe I'm feeling like a little dehydrated or puffy or anything like that. I'll take that out with a little bit of the oil. Grommet has a new oil. It's called Ocean Oil, OSHEN, that I featured not it was a couple nights ago. I've used that quite a bit with this. Love that. We also have something called Tri-Balm, which if you haven't seen it, you've got to check it out. It is basically a balm, a facial balm that does three things. It exfoliates and hydrates and cleanses. And I use this with that as well. And I love it so much. So it just elevates your whole skincare routine. And then, of course, you can use it for the reason she originally invented it. So applying anything and everything, it's perfect for all of that. Okay, let's see. She is chiming in and saying, replying to Carolyn Joseph, Hamlet, just soap and water. The pads can be washed in the dishwasher. Okay, for a thorough clean, but only needed occasionally. And this lasts forever. I was worried because it's so delicate looking that it would, it's typically almost $50 and it would break so quickly. I mean, I am tough on mine and it does not break. It is so well designed. I keep thinking when I'm pushing and doing my lymphatic drainage, the head's going to snap or something. No, very, very well designed. So rest assured that. This is one, grab the QR code. I promise you're going to be thinking about this later going, I should have got that QR code. So grab the QR code, and whether you're gifting it to somebody or for yourself, try it. You'll think of a million different ways to use it and you will love it. Okay, and you're getting so many compliments. Nice gift idea. It's so pretty, nice design. Love all the chat. Love all the support from all the fellow innovators out there, fellow female and male innovators. Okay, let's see. Average U.S. woman saves more than $400 annually. Now, what are we referring to? By using that, it sure does, saves me so much. Oh, I missed all of these. Yes. So in the chat, everybody's talking about how much money they save by using this. And actually, the first time I featured it, we had a skincare brand on. It was Earth and Halo. And he was in the chat and he was saying he doesn't like that product because people buy less of his product when they use Luminescent. And it is true, because your product's going to last a lot longer when you use that, because none of it goes to waste. So that's a very good thing when you think of how much money we spent on these products and foundation, makeup. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I was really excited when it arrived because I have a daughter that is at college and she tends to get a little anxiety ridden and stressed out. And she was, when these came, she was going back to school for after Christmas break, and I could just feel the stress coming on. And so this product actually is designed specifically to relieve anxiety, to relieve two things. One of them is anxiety. How many of you, either yourself, your daughter, a family member that experiences anxiety? Sadly, it is on the rise and has been on the rise in such a big way. And we have a lot to have anxiety over these days. And so that is a very big issue, I know. And then the other thing that this product relieves is nausea. And I was thinking about, gosh, I don't have nausea, which is what came to mind first. And then I think, oh, I really do get seasick. And I have a son that gets car sick. And like all of a sudden, all these nausea things came to mind. And sometimes there are some people who drink a little too much and they get a little nauseous the next day. And this product can really help with that too. So what the heck is it? Well, we'll start with this cute little bag right here. What I'm about to show you is called Blisslets. I actually love the name of it because what they are, as you're seeing in the picture right there, they are bracelets. They look like jewelry almost. They're so cute. These ones feel very Gucci-esque to me. And so they have elastic band. They're actually a natural rubber latex. But so yes, they are a pretty picture and super fashionable and stylish. And you've done such a great job with these in terms of they go with everything. And so she does have some different designs and I'm going to show you. But this one in particular, this is the one that I've been wearing because there's nothing that I put on that it doesn't go with and it blends with my skin. So I kind of forget that I even have it on. And the maker of this, her name is Katie, and I don't know if Katie's in the house, and it's actually her husband also. But given that we are celebrating National Women Inventors Month, we're going to stick with Katie for this one. And so she actually, and she really is the innovator behind it, because she created it for herself when she was having a baby, and she was having that wonderful morning sickness that so many of us get. And let me just show you a picture of Katie. And oh, I clicked on the wrong one again. Hold on, she's coming. Here she is. There is Katie right there, and that's the baby that inspired Blisslets. And so she had that terrible morning sickness, and she could find bracelets like these. And so what they are is they're acupressure bracelets. So they're intended to be worn, one on both wrists, and inside the magic is there is sort of a little, as you can see right there, kind of a bead built into the bracelet. And the idea is that you're taking these and you're putting them on your wrists, and you're making sure to position this bead, this acupressure point, in the precise location for whatever it is that you're dealing with. So in her case, it was nausea. And I'm so glad she's with us. There she is, that she's here with us inside the chat. Because Katie, I do have a question for you, because I had studied the anxiety one because of my daughter. And so I do know where these need to be placed for the anxiety. But I was curious, and I hope I have it right, so you'll have to correct me if I don't. But I love that she has these diagrams that explain exactly where they're supposed to go. So the one here is, there's two different points. You can put it on either one. And so this is for anxiety. There's the P6. And so what the P6 is to find your P6, you're basically going to take 3 fingers, and starting at the crease of your wrist, you put the 3 fingers there. And so that's going to show you how low to go. And then you're really wanting to place it in between the veins right there. You'll kind of feel a little crevice. That's P6. So that one to me is kind of the easier one to find. And then the H7 is right below here. So you could do either one, but the key is you definitely need to wear both. So when I put them on, and there are different sizes as well, and she has a whole sizing chart on her website to help you figure that out. But this is about perfectly positioned right there. And so again, they're super fashionable. You forget you have them on. At first you notice it because you're placing it, but then you'll forget you have them on, and you can wear them for up to 48 hours. So there's, nothing major is going to happen. She's saying the P6 point helps. Oh, did I have that wrong? Was I looking at the wrong one? Okay, P6 point helps with nausea. The P6 and the HT7 both help with anxiety. Okay, that's what I was going over it with my daughter. I was showing her both the P6 and the HT7 and telling her that she could do either one. But again, the key is you do want to wear them on both wrists and place them according to the way that she describes it. Now, Katie, the next one I'm going to show is different acupressure points. It's the LU9 and the TES. So I'm curious, I was assuming those were for nausea, but maybe I'm wrong on that. So let me know, because those are the 2 that I didn't yet do. But I want to learn. I really want to learn, because people swear by these. They really do. And I know even Katie believed in them when she had morning sickness, when she came up with the idea to create this. And where her innovation was not so much in an acupressure bracelet. Those have already existed. But it was in the bracelet part, because when she had morning sickness, if she was going to wear these, they were these big, ugly sweatbands that basically screamed, I'm having morning sickness. And she thought, why can't we come up with one that looks fashionable and stylish, that you would wear with anything, and nobody would have any idea that you're wearing them for the purpose of anxiety or nausea? And so that's what she did. And again, this is my fave, but there is also, I love the silver too. So here's the silver right there. And I really love the little silver kind of embellishment on it. And this one kind of is sort of a metallic, super pretty. So if you're a silver girl, that's for you. And then this one is just really elegant, kind of beaded, really pretty. Love that. So the beads are gold and kind of almost like a gunmetal and a silver. So this is kind of, really sort of more, I would say, it can be kind of boho chic, for sure, but then you could also really dress it up for going out on the town. So it's just, it can be a little more dressed up, I'll say. So it is the 3 colors, but it does have the different sizes. So do check the size chart. And she said this is, oh, no, Cindy's saying this is a great gift idea as well, for sure. And let me know if you can, Katie, about the LU9 and the TES, because I do, oh, there are a number of acupressure points. We're all going to have a little lesson here that can be targeted with the Blisslets. And a quick note for anyone that's sensitive to latex, we offer some options made without latex as well. Grommet, the 20% off that you get by using that QR code is going to work for all the different styles. So what's going to happen is it's going to take you directly to the site, and then you can kind of have at it, and you can see her blog. She's got a lot of great tips for them. She's got the sizing in there, and the positioning and all of that. So it's kind of a wealth of information. Definitely worth going to her site, and you can get there through the QR code. So I think these are really, really smart, and I'm keeping them in a certain spot in my house where, because I was thinking, no, we're not going to use the nausea thing. And then, as I said, like, there'll be a time when you wish you had it. And so I love that. And I know a lot of people, they deal with that, with nausea quite a bit. Like, it's sort of a part of their life. So to be able to have that is, whether it's seasick or car sick or anything like that, or pregnancy, great for traveling, because you just never know when you're traveling, when you're going to get nauseous, whether you're flying or who knows what. And I think these are a wonderful Valentine's gift for if you have a college daughter or a high school daughter, anybody that has the anxiety and stress around school and things like that. This is really sort of a sweet, thoughtful little gift. And it comes inside of these cute bags. So it is, very giftable in and of itself. So love that you have a little place to store them also, and so many, different designs to choose from too. So if you haven't grabbed the QR code, definitely do that. I'm going to have Jen put that back up again so you can get that if you haven't. And they are typically almost $30. You guys are getting them for $24. We are going to move on to a pet product. And boy, do we have a lot of innovative pet products on Grommet, as many of you know. And as many of you know, I have a pet that gets to be my guinea pig for all the innovative pet products that we have on Grommet. There's so many good ones, and I always think I've seen them all. There cannot be another pet product that could be innovative, because I think we've seen them all. But sure enough, there's always more. And this one was one of them. This one did not disappoint, that's for sure. I'm going to get all the different sizes. Oh, here they are, right next to me. And this one, I believe, Jen, correct me if I'm wrong, this was a product of the week winner, wasn't it? Am I making that up? I might be making that up. Anyway, let me know. I know it was a big hit, that I know. And now that I've gotten to try it with my little guinea pig dog, Coco, I totally understand. And what this product is, I think, oh, Cindy says, I hope it's a dog product. Yes, Cindy, you need this for Murphy. I think Murphy would be very happy. Cindy and I do a little work together, and she has a dog named Murphy that just went through a surgery, and, keeping him occupied and not biting on his leg has been a challenge. So this would actually really help you, Cindy. So many of you may have already seen it because it's been a big hit on Grommet. The product, well, first let me tell you who the inventor is. And I think I did see her in the chat. It is Kelly Meister. Kelly is the innovator. It's actually sort of a family business of a product called the Pup Puck, which is such a cute name. That's half the reason I love these pet products. They all have the cutest names. So I'm going to start with the littlest one. It's right here. Comes in this cute bag, a lot like the Blisslet bag, the Puck Putt, ultimate chew toy for dogs. Chew, stuff, throw, play. So at first glance, it just kind of looks like a puck, I would say. And it's kind of interesting because it actually, I was going to say some kind of a tool or a gear or something like that. And how their light bulb moment with this was that they had a dog that was playing with, I think it was an irrigation, some kind of a pipe or a sample part for irrigation. And so it was kind of that hard sort of plasticky TPU, I think it's called. Do I have that right? And the dog loved it. And it was just this sample part that was laying around the business and wouldn't let it go and just was obsessed with this. And they thought, God, we should make a pet toy out of that. And one thing led to another. And what they created was the Pup Puck. So here's a little one. So depending on how big your dog is, they get a little more substantial with the size. And here's the big one, the big boy. Coco has an orange one. And so I'm sorry I didn't bring the orange one, although we have pictures. So you can of course see it. Let's see. I've got some close-ups here to give you a better shot of it. So here it is right here, very close up. I'm showing you that one because what makes this product so smart and such a hit among dogs and dog owners is this little spot right here, because they've designed that for you to stuff with anything and everything that your dog loves. So in my case, my dog loves peanut butter. So what I did was I put a peanut right in that hole right there, and I really shoved it in there because I knew that would keep her really working. And now she's very old. Coco is almost 15. So I was thinking, well, she might not love this because can't really run very far anymore and all of that. But because that peanut was in there, and then I put peanut butter all throughout here, crunchy peanut butter, and kind of flattened it out so it wasn't going to get all over the house, so it stays, really intact there. And she went to town on her Pup Puck and was so busy for so long. I couldn't believe it. She had so much fun with it, just watching her wheels spin about how she was going to get that peanut out. And she was not going to stop until that peanut came out. And she kept it by her. And when she'd move to another room, it would go with her because she didn't want anybody else to get the peanut out. So she's had so much fun with it in her own way. But this is so cleverly designed. I do have a nephew dog, Brixton, who is a puppy through and through, and it's a lab like Coco. And so I tried this with Brixton because he's full of energy. And he loved this for the throwing and the fetching, couldn't get enough of it. And I think part of it is the design with the bones and all of that. The way it bounces is so unpredictable, so much more unpredictable than a tennis ball would be, or a stick or something like that. So they never get bored of this. And then when their favorite treat is inside of it, you have one happy dog. And again, all the different sizes, it's so durable. Kelly, I have to believe that this will last a lifetime, like multiple lifetimes, not dog years, multiple lifetimes, because it's so durable, and it is made out of non-toxic TPU. So again, I can't even tell you how kind of strong it is. But other ideas with it is you can pop it in the freezer. So you could put peanut butter in here, or Kelly gave me the idea of putting Greek yogurt. Would have never thought of that, and I still haven't tried that one yet. So I've got to try that one. I'm sure you guys have ideas of what you would put in here, what your dog would love. I know they're not supposed to have chocolate, but I think they could have maybe a little chocolate. My dog would be very happy if there was chocolate in here. Let's see. You got it. The puck is a component on a center pivot, the irrigation equipment that makes crop circles, that waters crops. So that I love when there's a clever story behind it like that, and especially that it was family. I think it was her uncle that it was her uncle's dog, and so fun. So Cindy's giving the idea, good idea. How about yogurt or applesauce? That's a great idea. And the freezing of it too. The applesauce frozen in there would be great. Definitely lasts longer than most other chew toys. Oh gosh, for sure. And because if you do a good job of wedging something in there, this will not leave their side. I promise you that, especially if there's two dogs. You got to give them each one because they're going to be very territorial about their Pup Puck. Definitely. And it does come with a cute little bag, which I love. Always nice to have a home for these things. But such a simple but clever and just home run dog toy. If you have a dog that, my dog, Coco's never been a fetcher or anything, like not interested in tennis balls or anything like that. But give her a little peanut butter. She's interested for sure. So well done, Kelly. I love it. Love it. So that's definitely going up there in the Pet Hall of Fame on Grommet. We have one more product, and then we are bringing in my special guest who I mentioned I had a really fun dinner with this last week. And I think her product is so smart. And it won Product of the Week, and that's why she's here. And you're going to see exactly why she won Product of the Week and why we had hours of fun talking about it with ideas and all of that. So this next product is actually, I'm hoping she's here. Hannah, are you with us? Hannah Lee is the inventor of this product. And I don't know if Hannah knows that I have been stalking her for a little while about this product, trying to get her on Grommet Live. I think she is a member of the Women Inventors Club. I do think I've seen her in there. And I thought it was a really clever product when she first came out with it. The version that she came out with originally, so there's 2 versions on Grommet now, which is very rare, I will say. Grommet typically doesn't do a lot of different products from the same brand unless they're really innovative in some very unique way. So when you do see more than one, there's something there. And so clearly she's doing well with these on Grommet and elsewhere. But I saw a social media video that she had done with this product. And this is actually a hair product. It is a hair tie product. But the one that I originally saw was called the Scrunchie Buckle. And so it was a scrunchie, which I actually really like scrunchies. I know they were super in style years and years ago, and then they were super out of style for a while and kind of made fun of, and for Halloween costumes in the 80s, if you wanted to be someone from the 80s. But now they're back in a big way. And I like them because my hair's on the thin side. And so a scrunchie, I can do my hair around it and it makes it look like I have more hair and thicker and all of that. So I'm a big believer in scrunchies. And this one, there's something about it that's so satisfying, the way it works. It's called, again, the Buckle Scrunchie. I'm going to show you that one first, and then I'm going to show you the one we're actually featuring tonight, but both are on Grommet. That's why I felt okay about showing you both of them. Okay, here's the Buckle Scrunchie. So some of you may have seen that. I'm going to go full screen so you can see it a little better. So the black one on the left, you get a really good view of that. So it's got that buckle where you just press it together and it releases. So when I say there's something like so satisfying about it, it releases and your hair comes down really quickly. And so she had a lot of fun with the social media videos. Let's see if I can get back to, no, I knew that was going to happen. Oh gosh, hold on a second here. There we go. So then the new one that she just came out with is not the scrunchie, the buckle scrunchie. It's a buckle hair tie. So it's not all the big material, but it's just sort of that very chic, simple hair tie. And it is elastic. It's that perfect amount of elastic, perfect structure without, one of the things I love about her hair ties is they do not tingle. They're not going to get tangled in your hair, and they don't pull, and especially if you have thin hair like mine, you can't afford to lose hair in your hair ties. So these are that really, really premium, but here's the magic right here. It is in the buckle. And what's cool is it's of course adjustable, which most of them, just a regular hair tie, you just have to twist and twist and twist. But this one is adjustable with the hair tie before. And so basically, I want to make sure I give the directions correctly. So hold on one second. So basically you are going to tie the buckle part first, and then you can pull to adjust and then wrap it around. And let me show you what I mean. It'll be much easier in the video, I'm sure. If we have the video, did we get it? I'm praying. Okay, I'm going to pull it in because I know I uploaded it. So give me 1 second to grab it. Okay, there it is. And there's Hannah herself. So you can imagine how viral these have gone on social media. So when you can watch when she unbuckles it. And that's the satisfying. You hear this little click and it just comes out. You're not having to untie it like we usually do with them. It just releases the hair. And there is one more video with a scrunchy one that you actually can see it a little bit better. So I am going to show you that one because it gives you a better sense of why I started stalking her and why it was blowing up on TikTok and all the, there's that release at the end of the day. You've had a stressful day. You do that. You let your hair down. Super fun. And she has so many different colors and all of that. So she is just, who would have thought that a simple hair tie with a buckle added. That's the magic, the patent pending, I think it is. Maybe she has a patent by now, but I know it was patent pending. That could make a hair tie turn viral. But it absolutely did. It was so smart. She's had the idea started when she was 13 and just kept thinking about it and thinking about it. We ladies, you know her pain, but she's such a believer in this product. I love the fact that she has a 100-year warranty. That's how much she believes in the quality, the durability, how much you're going to love it. And we're getting an, why didn't I think of that? Exactly. I know. So many of Grommet products are, why didn't I think of that? So she is just killing it with these. Now that what you're seeing there, and again, this is a fun little Galentine's gift, either this or one of the buckle scrunchies in pink or red, or she's got so many colors. Because so what you're seeing there with that price, it's normally $12. If you grab the QR code, you're getting it for less than 10, and you're getting 5 of them. So each one is about $2. And so you could divide it up, put it in a cute little bag with some chocolate kisses and a bow on it, and give one to each of your best friends or each of your girlfriends, or let your daughter give them to all of her friends or something like that. So fun, easy way to support a maker and get your Valentine's Day shopping done for all those people in your life that you love, but maybe you'd only want to spend $2 on. This is a perfect way to do that. I think the buckle scrunchies, I didn't write down the price of those, but you'll have to go to the Grommet website for the price of those. But I will show you one more time those colors now that we're thinking of Valentine's. So there's that purple and the pink and a sort of a blush. Lots of fun colors to pick from. Okay, that was our last regular product of the night, but we are now bringing in our very, very special guest who has her own product that, as I mentioned, is a product of the week winner. I was excited to reach out to her. I actually reached out to her and said, let's get together. Let's go have a glass of wine or something, because you guys know I'm a big fan of live shopping. That's why I'm hosting Grommet Live, and I've been guest hosting on QVC and HSN and Canada and everywhere for years. And I know a great live shopping product when I see it. I know a product that is very demonstrable. You can watch the transformation that happens when you use the product. And this was one of them. And I'm not going to tell you what the product is. I'm going to bring her in so that she can tell you, because I'm warming her up for the big leagues. I'm making her go on QVC or HSN or one of those, because I love her product. And I'm such a believer in it for live shopping. And not that that's the only place you could do live shopping. You can do it everywhere, but it's such a natural for that. And everybody, this is Mare. I have to give her a major compliment. Big kudos to Mare. And this is for any of you who are female inventors or any inventors that are on here. This is a lesson for everybody. And that is, I emailed her that night after I realized what she had done. And I said, the first thing I said was, kudos to you for marketing outside the box, for really like going above and beyond and being creative with this product and how she marketed it to me. So she knew she was going to be on Grommet Live. And I came home from last week's show. And I came home to a pizza that had been delivered to the house. I later found out that Mare herself came and delivered the pizza to my house. And it was from my favorite pizza place. And I'm gluten-free. So it was a gluten-free pizza. So she, checked all the boxes with that. And fortunately, I don't know if it was by design or not, but I ended up staying at the office a little late. So the pizza was quite cold when I got home. And along with the pizza was her product. And what was so brilliant about that was that for me to heat up my pizza, I needed to use her product. So right away, I put it into action and saw for myself how amazing Pacuzzi is, and why every house needs at least one Pacuzzi, but probably several Pacuzzis. And so what is a Pacuzzi? Well, Mare, I'm going to let you tell everybody exactly what a Pacuzzi is.
Well, thank you so much, Marcy. Actually, I just want to say thank you. And by the way, I think you're amazing for how eloquent you are and how you present all of the products here. All these women are amazing, and everyone has such amazing products, and you just do such a great job. So I just want to commend you for that first. And thank you for having me on the show. I was so excited to be a part of Grommet, and just to be able to get my product out in front of that audience was such a huge thing. We just launched Pacuzzi the end of last year. crazy time, during the holidays, just before the holidays. So it was really nerve-wracking to come to market at that time, but I'm so glad we did. So,
Now, when you say that, you're talking 2024. Like it
correct,
just launched. So
correct.
this is like September, you guys.
Correct.
Okay.
So this idea had been something that I was working on for several years, actually, but I wanted to feel really great about the product that I brought to market. So I really took my time with it. And it was basically born out of the need that I identified in my kitchen. I have 3 boys at home.
I will see you guys back next Tuesday, same time, same place. 7 more female innovators with 7 more brilliant inventions. I'll see you then.